top 10 most unusual hotels in the world. We all want to see what new hotels have for us. Whenever you go out for your holidays, a fancy hotel and few interesting activities here and there, once in a while, will not hurt. Right? And there is always so much amazement and delight you carry with you once you have cleared all the bills, had your short-lived stay in them, and it's time to go home. But did you know there might be so many great hotels you still haven't tried out, in places you have visited? Believe it or not, there are quite some brilliant top-class hotels with the most unusual things you probably won't see elsewhere. Here, we list for you the 10 most unusual hotels in the world you need to add to your must-visit list next time you are out traveling. Number 1. Hotel de Glace in Canada. This is one of the most spectacular views if you are a design enthusiast. The make is creative and mind-blowing. Every year, between the months of January all the way to March, when you go to Quebec in Canada, you will find great ice and snow artwork in this hotel. The sculptors there do an amazing job as far as the 44 rooms which are themed, the amazing ice bar, and my personal favorite super slide are concerned. You even get to drink what you like on glasses made of ice. And what's more, you are under a chandelier made of ice as well. While you may get worried about the cold, they have got well-heated bathrooms, a pretty nice heating system overall. You just have to be there to experience the glamour. The cost per person is $199, but just in case you want to run through the hotel during the day, you get to pay $18 or $28. Number 2. Giraffe Manor in Kenya. If you are a full-time animal lover, then this will be your go-to place when you want the cozy interaction with the animals. Firstly, there are numerous big 5 animals in the area. And the best part is when you are having your breakfast in the morning. You get surprising guests from beautiful giraffes and get to share the meal. With this, who needs friends? The suites are also classy and very luxurious. But not as thrilling as peacefully watching the sun as it sets at Ngang Hills while seated over at Karen Brixton Terrace. This place was made this wonderful by a couple, Betty and Jock Melville, back in the 1970s. You pay $1,000 fee for everything, but if you decide to stay a bit longer, you will get very good offers. Number 3. Conrad Maldives and Rangali Island. This one is for the people who love the sea view, experience and water activities. Oh, and yes, and cheese too. You can catch a plane from Rangali Island where the hotel is located. It only takes 30 minutes and you will be there before you know it. They have the best sea experience ever. Starting with the glass walls and floors that let you see the fish swimming by, take an evening along the beach, interact with sea turtles, and many activities with the dolphins and even the shark. Talk about wining and dining. There is a wine cellar under the water that holds up to 20,000 bottles. There is where you will also find the tastiest cheese you'll ever get. And this is barely scratching the surface. There is more you will get, like scuba diving experience, Nemo submarine and many more. Their hotel services go for $900 to $1,200 per night if you go for the beach and water villas respectively. Number 4. Anantara Golden Triangle in Thailand. This has a slight canyon experience with a small twist. First, this cool place is 1.5 hours away from the known North Chiang Rai. You get to have breakfast with small elephants, go to picnics with your spouse led by the Mohawk trainers, and even deer meditation at its best. There is a temple, good favoring natural surrounding and all the silence you will need. Also, if you want to go all romantic with your fiancé or spouse, this is the most favorable place to go. The Golden Triangle and the countries that make it, as well as the Trade and Historical Society, will blow your mind. This will cost you $900 to $1,150 per night based on the view you want. Number 5. Ashford Castle in Ireland. This castle is the only one that allows you to get the taste of sleeping in a castle, as the others only let you view them. The castles here are more than 3 centuries old, with the first one having been erected in 1228. It went through a complete revolution when it was taken over by the Guinness family. But everything changed when it was converted to a hotel. The fun activities you will get there are riding horses, fishing, archery, cruising the lake, golfing and falconry, to say the least. Many renowned figures have spent nights here, including Brad Pitt, Ronald Reagan, the President, King George and so many more. This place will only cost you $130 for each night and up till $600 depending on the activities. Number 6. Dhara Devj in Thailand. Want to turn back to clock to the times of the Landma Empire? This resort will get you there. They have given the place the royal setup that you will not find anywhere around. There are more than 110 suites for you to rest in, and they even let you have the view of the rice fields that take you back in time to the olden plantation that were near palaces. Also, there are 5 mansion homes that are specifically made for the great people who would require spending a few nights. There are many activities like yoga, swimming and art shows for basketry, weaving, paperwork, pounding rice, and games, boxing, dancing, and making umbrellas for the kids. This costs you up to $1,500 per night for all the things you would want to do. Number 7. Kelebek Cave Hotel in Turkey. Just as the name itself hints, it all came from the volcanic eruption of Mount Erciyes, which left a lot of ash on the ground. The ash was hardened into 2 features that looked like chimneys, which have now been turned into hotel rooms, after being used for many activities including being once Zen masters' homes. The most exciting thing here is staying up late on the hotels. The night view is just magnificent. And the hot air balloon trips to the Cappadocia forest. The good thing is, the cost is very affordable, going to $100 each night. Number 8. Londolozi Tree Camp in South Africa. This camp initially served huge people like the president, kings and presidents only before it took another course. It is almost the same age as Kruger National Park and they have evolved since the days they were built. They are mainly aimed at protecting wildlife. Even the word Londolozi itself means protecting. When it comes to game lodges, this is one of the A-list. The rooms, foods and customer service are fantastic. You get to watch the elephants taking their morning walk as you bath. Then see the huge cats, not found everywhere, through the day. And when you feel you want some refreshing rest, there are some amazing lodges and tree houses waiting for you. A night here will cost you $850, including everything. Number 9. Dromoland Castle in Ireland. If you love the ancient look, Dromoland will make your finest fit. The castle has maintained its classic vintage look after it was taken over and made into a hotel. Initially, it was owned by a king in Ireland, Brian Boru, and remained in the royal families for years before being sold out in early 1960s. There were some towers and creative work done in the castle that added the value of it. Some of the activities you can immerse yourself into are fishing, falconry, archery, riding horses and clay shooting. The charges are also as cheap as $150 per day and you can even get a free day off for after spending 2 days there. Number 10. Jade Mountain Resort in Santa Lucia. The resort gives you the chance to enjoy the look of St. Lucia's Bay and the peaks of Piton from your room. They also have well-designed rooms that give you plenty of space for any room you choose. There are also paths to more amazing features like a jungle that was planted years ago. Moreover, you have 2 options of travel there. You can decide to drive for an hour and a half or simply fly there. The main interesting activities there are walking in a volcano and a car travel made of cables and so much more. For this, you will be charged up to $3,100 when you go during the peak seasons, but the off-peak seasons cost $1,500.